Folks, welcome to the show. This is a mini-sode on the Dune trailer. We've talked about this movie that's coming out sometime in the near future, directed by Denis Villeneuve, who we are huge fans of. Excellent director, excellent sci-fi director. And this is an exciting prospect, this film, no pun intended. So strap in while we talk about this for a couple of minutes.
Benny, you brought this one to the table. You want to fire it up?
Yeah, sure. So I thought we would talk about the new Dune trailer, and I was curious to see what you guys thought about it.
Yeah, man. I didn't want to watch the trailer, but I appreciated the request, and I think it would be a good conversation. So I don't normally watch trailers just because I prefer to go in not knowing anything about any of the movies so as to avoid spoilers and avoid kind of coloring my view. But yeah, I saw it, and I don't know what I expected from Villeneuve, but based on 2049, Blade Runner 2049, I thought if anyone could do it, he could, and I think the trailer was perfectly good, and it looks interesting, and I'm very excited to see what they do with it.
Sweet. Kev, what do you think?
I have a weird relationship with these Dune stories, and we've gone on at length about the books in a couple of episodes. I think that Denis Villeneuve directing it is a humongous strength because I'm a big fan of his, and I think that he's an incredibly skilled filmmaker. I am a little skeptical still. I thought the trailer was fantastic. I mean, as far as trailers go, it was about it perfectly encapsulated the epicness of a movie book story like Dune. I'm also slightly skeptical because I really want this to be good, and I really think David Lynch did an amazing job back in the 80s with the original, considering the technology of the time, so forth and so on. But it definitely looks interesting. There were, parts of it in the trailer that I saw that, obviously jumped out at me as elements from the original story and the original movie. It's hard to get that original movie out of your head. But some stuff leapt out at me, like the still suits and the shields and things like that definitely look very interesting in an updated way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they showed the worms. I don't really think you could do the worms really much different than the way they were originally done in the original film. So, sort of no plus, no minus there. It's always cool to see those gigantic worms coming up out of the sand. So this looks good. I feel like Oscar Isaac is in everything now, and I don't know how I feel about that. Kind of ditto with Bautista too, but I'm really psyched he's got this like unknown French actor as the lead, as Paul Atreides. So that's intriguing to me too. I like that. So yeah, I'm curious to see how this dopes out. I'm definitely psyched to see it for sure. And I hope that I can go to a cinema and see it.
Same.
Definitely.
What'd you think, Benny?
I am hopeful. I think it's cast really well, and I think if anybody can do it, it's Denis Villeneuve. I'll sort of mirror what Kev has to say. I didn't see, as far as the look of things, I felt I was, like, in some respects, I was seeing, like, very similar things to the David Lynch movie. I don't really know what I was expecting to see, but and maybe that's just the way it always ends up sort of looking if you try to make a Dune movie. So visually, I was like, okay, well, I guess that's just how it is. I can't really say I could, if I could articulate what I would want to see different about it, but it just didn't jump out as anything special to me. And then the use of Pink Floyd, Eclipse in the trailer kind of made me bonkers. I did not like that at all. Although I guess the only relation I could, the reason I could see them using it is that apparently Pink Floyd was slated to do the soundtrack for the Jodorowsky version of Dune. So,
yeah, right.
I don't know. Maybe it's a little hat tip to that direction. But
yeah.
So I thought it was good. I'm psyched for the movie. I'm not particularly blown away by what I've seen as far as the look of it, but I'm sure it's going to be excellent. I'm hopeful it's going to be excellent because Denis Villeneuve hasn't really let us down yet.
Yeah, it's got a solid track record. I had a similar kind of thought about the look, and the only thing that kind of came to mind was it seemed like it was a really like low saturation cinematography. Like they really dialed it down, so the colors weren't super saturated. It was kind of a muted feel as opposed to kind of the reddish feel of the desert in the 84 movie. So that kind of might be a way that I would describe the difference between the two in terms of feel. And so like the low saturation kind of lighter colors or no color at all really kind of threw me off. So maybe that's in keeping with what you're thinking.
Yeah, that's something I feel like we've seen a lot in films lately, and I don't know how much I care for it. I will articulate a couple of things that I did like about it, though. I do like the like the shield design. I thought was excellent.
That was interesting.
The little sparring match between Gurney Halleck and Paul, and then I thought the downplay of the blue and blue eyes, so they're not like fucking glowing like superheroes, like they're just subtly blue within blue. I thought that was a good adaptation. I'm so on the worm. Part of me likes it. The other part of me feels like it looks like a like an inside out toilet brush or a
toilet spear,
a terminal cleaner, like the inside of a terminal cleaner for a fucking car battery. Like it just, yeah, it's, I don't know how I feel about the bristly looking rows of teeth, but we'll see.
Yeah, I dug it. Maybe just because it was different. On the Pink Floyd thing, real quick, if you don't mind me jumping in, the one thing I really liked about the Pink Floyd song is that I couldn't figure out what it was, which forced me to not pay attention to the visuals, which kind of helped me not overly spoil myself. So I kind of appreciated that, I guess.
Nice.
I'm trying to think. I can't remember for the life of me what that Pink Floyd song is, and I'm a big Pink Floyd fan.
It's called Eclipse.
All that you touch, all that you taste, all you feel.
Yeah, it's basically the end of Dark Side of the Moon.
Right, that's it. That's right.
The album, like it's what plays at the very end. Yeah, I don't know. My objection it doesn't have anything to do with Pink Floyd specifically. It's more to do with like having a pop music song in a trailer for Dune. Sure. It just never struck me as subject matter that would use that.
I don't know how I feel about that. That doesn't seem very Denis Villeneuve, to me. I don't know.
I saw a smart person on Reddit say that like it doesn't surprise them that this is being marketed differently because of how Blade Runner didn't really succeed financially. And so like it makes sense that the studio would push the marketing in a different direction because they pumped so much money into Blade Runner and didn't get the return they wanted, even though, generally it's clearly established as a cult classic, I suppose, for lack of a better term now. Well loved, but didn't make any dollars.
Yes, but he has chosen to take on two very difficult properties, one being Blade Runner and the other being Dune. I mean, the first film is, I think, beloved by fans. I know that the series is very beloved by fans, certainly the original ones. I know the ones that Frank Herbert's son wrote, people are just like, they hate him. So I don't know what the reaction is going to be. I agree with what you're saying, Chad. I see why they would do that. They're kind of a little timid,
As long as they don't like put a bunch of poppy bullshit in the movie, I don't care what they do with the trailers, I guess.
No, I get it. I could think I'm saying that, like, how are people going to react to this? Because Blade Runner 2049, it didn't do that great, but it was critically just, everybody loved it. And I thought it was amazing.
Oh, dude. It's one of my favorite movies of the last many years. Like, it's fucking fantastic.
So good. So good, man. Every element of it is so good. So, yeah, I don't know. I could see why they would be timid, but I'll be very curious to see how the general populace reacts to this film.
And the chance of a Riddick-like issue where no one goes to theaters and it flops, and it's just that's that,
I would definitely, I very confidently, I would say that this film could suffer from Riddickitis very easily.
Yeah, I fucking hope not.
Because people will either be like, oh, those books were so weird, I don't think I could deal with that. Or, oh, the first movie was so long and so weird, I don't know if I could deal with that again. Like, I could totally see people saying that. And then you get the hardcore fans who be, did you not with the sandworm, just fight, So,
yeah.
I don't know. Circling back to, thank you. circling back to the Pink Floyd for a second, like I said, I don't know. It's not really very Denis Villeneuve. Yeah, I guess for marketing, okay, but I would rather see like some cool music in it. Like his movies always have really cool music. The music for Blade Runner ended up being just incredibly cool. And ditto Sicario, man. You know, this is the guy that did Sicario. It's not like he just does science fiction films, you know? I want to echo what Ben said that I feel like the cast is strong for sure. And my original comment was like, you know, I don't know how I feel about Oscar Isaac and Bautista. They're both great. Don't get me wrong. Like they're super capable, excellent, excellent actors. But I think that's just my own personal thing. I'm possibly getting some slight fatigue there.
Bautista as Beast Rabin is pretty fucking awesome though, so I think it's a good casting for that particular role.
Definitely. I'm not saying that either. I think it's just like a little personal thing where it's like my own personal fatigue. No guff.
It's Raban.
Yeah, sorry.
Who's playing thank you, Ben. One of the Dune super fanboy nerds. Go ahead. It's Raban, not Rabin.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm sticking to my guns on Dune, man. It's whatever random pronunciations I've accumulated over the years. I don't really.
I loved that, man. In the Hyperion episode, I loved how you said that. It was great. Whatever my brain barfs out, that's what it is forever. I love it.
I'm just a stubborn
that's
ass.
It should be.
Chad thinks it's called the Gome Jabber.
The Gome Jabberwocky. What do you mean? It's not the Gom Jabber?
Oh my god, that's great. Good stuff.
I'm not at all sure about Momoa, dude. I'm willing to give the dude a shot, but like that is not at all how I picture Duncan, Idaho.
Oh, what? He's Duncan, Idaho?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I would think Oscar Isaac would be Duncan, Idaho, dude.
Oscar Isaac is Duke Leto.
Yep.
No. That's not. No, he's too young for that, man.
He's too not Duncan, Idaho for that, man.
No. He's too young to play Duke Leto. And Momoa is too just no for Idaho. I like Jason Momoa. I think he's
I like him
super
too.
Versatile, capable actor. Trying not to bring up Aquaman. I just did it. Sorry. He was great in that despite its flaws. There, I said it. Okay. But I don't think he's good for Duncan, Idaho. And it's really hard to watch a Dune movie without 9-string bally set.
Yes, but I think Josh Brolin is a decent cast for Gurney Halleck. Although I don't know if I can see him playing the 9-string bally set.
Maybe a 6-string.
Wait. I think I'm confused. All right, so Momoa is playing Duncan Gola.
Yeah,
Duncan Gola.
And Duncan Gola, and Gurney is played by Brolin.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, I was transposing Duncan with Gurney. Sorry. And specifically Patrick Stewart. So, no, I could see Brolin doing Gurney Halleck. Yeah, right? I feel like that's pretty solid. That dude has got it, you know. He owns the mat when he gets up there, Brolin. I'll tell you what. He's great. I don't know about Gola.
He has confirmed that he does indeed play some 9-string bally set in the film, so.
Fuck yeah.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Oh,
that's
dude,
cool.
I love you, man. You just made my day.
Timothy Chalamet as Paul is a really good casting, man. I wasn't familiar with him, but he's been in quite a few things recently. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with him at all.
Nope.
No, actually, I'm not.
There's a good movie on Netflix called The King about King Henry V with Joel Edgerton that I would recommend checking out if you want to get a feel for him as Paul, because he plays, you know, a character that doesn't want to be king and then becomes king. So it's a very similar kind of feel. And he did a really fucking good job in that.
Same role.
Yeah, he did a really good job in that.
Yes, perhaps I'll watch it this weekend.
And he was also recently in Little Women, which he did quite well too.
Oh, man. I just watched the Simpsons episode where Mo reads Little Women in the homeless shelter. Totally unrelated connection there.
But I like it.
I think Simpsons reference might end up becoming a new death category.
when only
Ooh.
Kev dies during.
Whoa. How's that? You're a huge Simpsons fan too, Chad.
Yeah, I know, but you're the one chucking the references around a lot, so I just
Yep,
think
you're
gonna
right.
be
Okay.
a lot
Gotta be there.
of shrapnel flying around in your studio there, buddy.
Dude, the studio. That's very generous of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out The King. I would highly recommend checking out The King on Netflix. It'll give you a really good feel for him as a I don't know.
As an actor?
Reluctant leader.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah. I think he's great casting.
And Zendaya too, dude. I had no idea who was going to be Chani, and I'm totally on board with Zendaya, dude. I think she's great.
Who is Zendaya?
She was most recently known for the Peter Parker love interest in the new Spider-Man movies.
Ooh, yes. I really like her.
I also think it's Zendaya.
Yeah, Chad.
That is how I've heard it pronounced.
Okay. I do have respect for the way her name is pronounced, but
More recently, being that she's not a fictional character.
yeah, exactly. If I'm incorrect, I apologize.
I really like that Stellan Skarsgård is in this. I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah, as the Baron. Any closing thoughts, Benny?
Apparently, the movie is a two-parter. So it's the first movie is the first half of the book, and the second is the second half, or however they break it up. But apparently, the moving forward from there, they're thinking series, which I think is, if they're going to do it, that's probably wise.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's a good idea.
I just read that on Wiki, Ben. There's a series already. It's called, it was under the Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Dune, the Sisterhood. That's what it's called. 2021, Dune, the Sisterhood.
Interesting.
Producing it and directing the pilot.
Well, that's like book 5 or book 6 is all about the sisterhood. That's kind of a weird place to place it. But anyways, we'll find out.
I'm kind of psyched to see Stephen McKinley as Thufir Hawat. That's a great casting.
Who's Stephen
That
McKinley?
we just saw him in Devs. He was Stewart.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's right. Yeah.
So I think that's a really good casting. And just my thoughts on some of the other castings. It is, the Oscar Isaac fatigue is real.
Yeah.
I think he went in a generally younger direction for Duke Leto and Lady Jessica. So there's that, which is fine, I suppose. And then, I don't know how I feel about Momoa as Duncan Idaho, but we'll see.
Well, I would just be psyched if they would like cut his hair and.
At least he doesn't have his beard, or at least in some scenes he didn't have his beard.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, this is not. I'm not bashing on Jason. I'm just saying, like, why shave him and cut his hair. It's like. I feel like everything that guy gets cast in, he's got the beard and the hair and some tats, and everybody's like, yeah, just do it up. Like, it's just like,
looks like he just stepped off a Harley and he's ready to act.
Exactly. It's like, no, come on, dude. This guy is a good actor. I think that takes away from his ability, man. Or it doesn't. I think you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not knocking Jason.
No, it's just an interesting casting that hopefully they pull it off.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hopeful that he could pull that off for sure. So we'll see. All right. Any other thoughts?
Nah.
Nope.
Nah.
I'm gonna go in cold to the movie, and like you said, hopefully see it in a theater. So please, baby Jesus, no Riddick-itis.
Although I'll also happily pay $30 to watch it at home.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I will too. Actually. Yeah, I will too.
But I would fucking love to see it on an IMAX screen. I'll tell you what.
Holy shit. Yeah, just a regular screen would be nice for sure. All right, well, there you have it, folks. Check out the Dune trailer if you haven't already, and read the entire series.
All 57 of them.
And thank you for joining us. Exactly. And then the prequels. Thank you for joining us on this super fun mini episode featuring the three of us and the trailer for the new Dune film by Denis Villeneuve. And do we have a release date for that movie, guys? Do we know?
December 18, I believe.
December 18. So pray for a cinematic experience and no COVID.
More importantly, no COVID.
And most importantly, no COVID. And thank you for joining us. And we'll, as always, see you on another time.
Or a mask that allows you to be safe, yet still shove popcorn into your mouth.
There you go.
Ooh.
That will also work.
All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
See you, folks.
See ya.